Rabbi Kaplan, please.
There was a while ago, a year ago maybe, a campaign in Eretz Yisrael that was called the Chardak campaign. Chardak is Rashi Tevis Haredi Kal, I think. And that has to do when the Medina is trying to get everybody, the B'nai Torah, to go to the army. It's Pashat comes from Sinai to Fruma Yidden. Tremendous hatred to Fruma Yidden. And they're trying to find ways to get them to the army. Details I can't tell you. Well, there's two newspapers in the Haredi world. There's Yossi Neman and there's Hapelis. Those that read the Yossi Neman, you don't see that anything is going on. Those that read the Hapelis, so they'll see that Keseder, they're trying, they're doing all kinds of things to get the Haredim to go to the army. Could be both. It is true that they're trying to get them to go to the army in all kinds of ways, but the Yossi Neman is under Rav Steinman's shita, and he holds that you're not allowed to be. I think what he holds is that you have to be low key. You can't. It could be that he goes with the Gemara that's also to be misgara b'rashoim. And you don't have to talk about it out loud, not to be misgara, to start up and fight with the Rishoim. Just will be quiet. Maybe the Gzera will be bottom. The Hapelis says no. We have to keep stirring and stirring the fire and keep burning again, cooking against them. Okay, let's say it's a machlokas. My leanings are more towards Rav Steinman's way of doing things. Especially that the other way, that they go with the derech of fighting with Melchama, it gets worse and worse sometimes. It's not just what they write in their newspapers, but sometimes they mamish make demonstrations in the streets, and they block off streets, and buses can't go by. And so many Yidden suffer because of demonstrations, which, and in the end, it makes very little impression on the government. And to be Mitzayir Yidden cause such pain to Yidden like that they can't go by and the buses are blocked, I don't know if it's worth it. And then there is such a phenomena that's called chardak, that there are Haredim, that they have put on the uniform of the army and gone into the army. And they were recent 2-3 years, sometimes they were found walking around in Haredi neighborhoods, these Haredi soldiers in uniform. And it could have a bad influence on the youngsters, that they see, you can be a Haredi and still be in the army. Which really, it's a big suffering if it's possible, such a thing. It's hard to believe that you can be in the army and still be a Haredi. The word Haredi really, in one way, it's wrong. I mean, it makes it sound, when you use the word Haredi, it sounds like it's a name of a group, a name of a party, a name of a group of people that decided to get together to be something, to be a group. But that's not true. The Yidden, what they call Haredi Yidden, they're Yidden that they keep Torah and mitzvahs. So why are they called Haredim? Because they don't just keep Torah mitzvahs, they go with, I'm not talking about every individual, but these are people that they want to make the Torah mitzvahs is the ikar in life. It's the most important thing in life. That's called charedim. That means, let's give an example. The Chazon Ish came out many years ago that it's forbidden for women and girls to go to the army. And not only that, it's also forbidden Sheirut Lomi. Sheirut Lomi meant that they shouldn't be in the army, but they should do something to serve the community. Women should work in hospitals, girls should work in hospitals or in other educational institutions, but that should be their army service. And with that, they should contribute to the state. Even that the Chazon Ish held is Yerg Val Yavur, because the Chazon Ish held that any inyan that you give girls, you take girls and you put them under the reshus of men. They take orders from men. That means that you make an official misgeret, how do you say misgeret in English?
Framework.
Official framework where girls are under the reshus, the orders of men. That is Abizrayu of Giloy Arayas, or it could bring to Abizrayu, which means the surroundings or the things that bring close to Giloy Arayas, and that is also Yehorek Val Yavor, and that's what the Chazon Ish held. Now, such a Das Torah comes from a Yid, and he gave away his life for Omolat Torah. Yigiyas Torah, Hasmodas Torah, learning day and night. A Yid, that his whole feeling was that Torah is breath. Torah is the air that we breathe. Without Torah, our life is no life. Anything that gets close to the opposite of Torah, and especially inyanim that are called kedusha, anything that has a slight reyach of the opposite of kedusha, just being under the reshus of men, being under the orders of men, being in such a framework, it's already a reyach of Abizrayu, of Giloy Arayas. That's already Yerg Vayavur. That comes from somebody that has not just he understands that Yiddishkeit is mamish life and death. And not only he understands it, only he's deep rooted in his neshama, this feeling, which is a result of many years of Omo B'Yegiyas HaTorah. And everything else is not worthy. Everything else is havel havolim. It's a lot of hot air. Somebody that's his outlook on life, so he could give out such a psak that even Sheirut Lomi, which is not the army itself, is also Yehorig Val Yavur. Now, that is those that follow the Chazon Ish and the other Gedolim that held like that. So in this day and age, which is called in Chazal Ikvus in the Mashiach, the end, the heels, the last generation, the end of the whole Koma Shlema, the end of the whole body, which is a lot of neshamas of all generations that are put together into the body of Klal Yisrael. And the lowest of the lowest is called Ikvus of the heels of Mashiach, the last generation before Mashiach is going to come. Only in such a generation could such a thing happen, that people that are called frum and they wear yarmulkes should think that you can send the girls to the army, and since it's not going to really come to Gilead Rise, they take orders from men, but they're not really sleeping in the same room with men. And sometimes they're sleeping in the same building, but in other rooms. No, it's not so close to the Avera itself. You can be mevada. You could say we're contributing to the Medina. That's more important. Those are the people that the world takes up a place. The world. That means the Medina, having a Medina, running a government, a country, is so important that it takes a place. It's something to take into consideration when you talk about a halacha, which is so chomer that it has to do with the three most chomer averas in the Torah. And when you're judging about doing that, you can take into consideration cheshbonos which have no place in halacha. That means contributing to what? To the Medina. Not contributing to protecting Jewish people, only contributing to the Medina, whatever that means. That means a government, a state. And contributing to that is also a consideration when it comes to the most chomer abizrayu, which means the surroundings, the things that are close to Gilei Arayis. Those that have that outlook, that you could take these considerations into consideration, they are the non-charedim. And in previous generations, there was no such thing. There was no such group. There was either you're a Shomer Torah mitzvahs or you're a Parek Old. I don't know, in the time of the Rishonim, let's say the Rashba, the Ramban in Spain, I don't know how much percentage of Parkei all were there compared to the serious people of Yiddishkeit. Definitely, there were people that were B'nai Torah, and there were people that were Socharim, businessmen, and they were weaker. And I don't know, but nobody ever, and it could even be that, you see, if you read history books, you see in the time of the Spanish Inquisition, which was still in the time of the Rishonim, to the last kufa of the Rishonim, so there were many Yidden that shmaded themselves. It says in a certain sefer, it says it was thousands of people. So, but in that time, you see, there were also people that were weak in their Yiddishkeit, but they never gave them a name. They never got organized in a party. That's why there never was this problem. Nowadays, all of a sudden, there became a group of people that they don't look at Yiddishkeit as something that is a mukhrach. Yiddishkeit is not our breath of air. It's not the ruach hapeinu. It's just another thing that we live with, another way. But it has nothing to do with Ruach HaPeinu Mashiach Hashem that Lezer Lichtenstein discovered in Har Nov. It has nothing to do with that. So because that situation happened, so it became. A name was given to this group, that this group is called Charedim. Now, hello?
Yeah, continue.
There's still time.
Yeah. If you want to stop, we'll take a break now.
Wait, how many minutes is it?
We're taking a break now, Rabbi Caplan, thank you.